Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hi, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Coming in. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk immigration. Happy Friday, everybody. I know it's late, but I felt we've all been hearing about. Make sure, let me fix this lighting a little bit. Okay, just making sure it's not too dark or anything. Hi, everyone. I got my nails done. Got my nails done. Got my nails done. Hey, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Let's talk immigration reform. What's the update? What's going on? Who does it affect? Is it a law right now? Is it going to be passed? We have a lot of questions. I cannot even tell you how many DMs I have gotten today. I just felt okay. Let me just come and do a video before I tried to what's so funny? Whoever it was. Oh, okay. I know who you are. I was wondering like what did I do now? Anyway, I tried to if I can't possibly do that every Friday, just wind down, like take my brain off and just and the good thing my boys are with their dad for Thanksgiving, so okay. Hi, everyone. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So I have received quite a number. Hi, Mr. Malik. How are you? I received quite a number of messages today, as well as calls to the office about this. So the Build Back Better bill was passed today by the House of Reps, and so people were like, it obviously for me to get calls is because it involves immigration stuff. And so people were like, okay, what does it mean? How does it affect us? What, is there anything going to be going on right now? All that. So that's why I said, let me do this. So right now I am on like going live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Some of the content may be the same sometimes, like this evening, but I usually try to do different topics on different platforms. So if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, make sure you do so. If you have not followed us on TikTok yet, please do so. And be sure to share this video on Instagram, on YouTube and Facebook, because there are some people who have to be at work. So please share so they can also benefit from that. Anyway, this is Attorney Apisola Olale Samuel, immigration lawyer based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. If you've got an immigration case, and if it's a case that my firm handles, we can and do represent immigration clients regardless of the state you live in. So let me I know it's not, I can see that the lighting is good on Facebook and YouTube. On Instagram I'm showing as dark. If it's too dark, let me know, guys, so I can, I don't know, turn the light some other way. I don't know. Anyway, so let's talk about this Build Back Better bill. Who is going to be who's going to benefit from it? What really is it, and what are you to expect from that? It's good. Thank you. If you need to contact our office, number is 334-341-4475. Email is aos@olalayelawfirm.com. You can also visit the website at olalayelawfirm.com. I think I went off real for a short time out there on Facebook. But anyway, so let's talk about, I can put it on Facebook and YouTube. They haven't figured that out on Instagram yet. So BBB bill, I put a post earlier on. What does it mean for immigrants? It's the Build Back Better bill. Basically, in a nutshell, this bill is a spending bill. That's what it is. It is a spending bill. um, and it's part of the whole big um, big umbrella that the House passed as far as the spending bill that President Biden just signed into law days ago. This Build Back Better is also a spending bill within that has now been passed on the floor of the House of Reps. In order for a bill to become law, it has to be passed by both houses of Congress. So we've done this. Remember when this administration took over, and there was big, there was a whole lot of rally and big fiasco about immigration reform, and we're all very hopeful. Which you always say, listen, Abraham hoped against hope. That's the kind of hope I want you guys to keep having, because at the end of the day, God remains in control. But we were all kind of like disappointed because it was watered down, and then there came a time where the reconciliation bill was everything we thought it was going to be, waiting on the Senate parliamentarian to decide if it was going to make the reconciliation bill, because if it did, then it would need just a simple majority. That fell through. So now here we are back with yet another proposal. So basically, this Build Back Better, not only is it a spending bill for other issues, one of the core issues or core essentials about this Build Back Better BBB bill is the fact that it also encompasses immigration reform. Now, it's not going to be the pathway to citizenship like the initial bills had. There's nothing in this that is going to be pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. So let's get that clear. It's really narrowed down, but what it is essentially entails is this: because now we know it's passed in the House of Reps. Now it's being forwarded to the House of Senate. If the House of Senate passes it, then it becomes it's forwarded. It becomes the bill is passed. Both houses have agreed. The bill is forwarded to the president, and he signs it into law. And then we have an effective date, and then applications start. But we're in the beginning stages right now. It's only passed the House of Reps, and what it will do is for about close to 8 million undocumented immigrants that have been in the country. It's called the Work Permit and Parole Bill. That's basically what it is. So as long as you have been physically present in the United States on or before January 1st, 2011, that's the date that it's in the proposal or in the bill that has been passed in the House. As long as if you are, this doesn't have, no, there's a section of it that has to do with people who are, employment based and recapturing some immigrant visa. That's not what I'm talking about this evening. The only thing I'm addressing this evening is solely regarding people who do not have immigration papers or any pathway right now, basically undocumented immigrants. So the requirements of this Build Back Better, as far as the immigration portion of it, is you must have been physically present in the United States on or before January 1st, as of January 1st, 2011. So if you came into the country after 2011, then this bill will not affect you or will not benefit you in any way. So the physical presence there, and then there is no pathway to citizenship. You must also be able to pass the basic criminal background check and national security check. There are no waivers with this bill. So unlike the previous proposals where there was more comprehensive and it was more about if you have some kind of criminal convictions, then you could have waivers. With this Build Back Better, there are no waivers included. If petty offenses would not impact and make a negative impact. But if you have convictions for certain crimes, you will not have an opportunity or have the waiver chance to be able to waive anything. That would just not disqualify you. So you must be physically present in the United States on or before January 1st, 2011. You must be able to pass criminal background checks as well as pass national security check. There are no waivers for, there are no exceptions to that criminal issue. And what it would give is you will be able to apply for work permit as well as travel document. So it's permit and parole. The parole part is you being able to travel and then come back into the United States. It will be valid for 5 years initially, and it's a renewable permit and renewable parole for another 5 years. Now, keep in mind, there is nothing that is being proposed as far as now what happens after the 5 years or the second 5 years, the aggregate of 10 years is over. That's all it is right now as far as relating to undocumented immigrants. In addition to that, obviously, we already know that there are filing fees when it comes to immigration cases. In addition to those filing fees, those who qualify for this permanent parole option will have to pay additional fees. So let's just call it spade a spade. Probably just going to be, you're going to pay taxes is what it is. It's called fees, additional fees, but you're paying, it's a way of, that is why it is part of the spending bill. So that this, what they're trying to sell is, it is beneficial to the American economy at large, because people are going to be taxed. We're not just giving them this. In order for undocumented immigrants to be able to take advantage of this, they will need to pay a certain amount of money in addition to the filing fees. So that's the short summary of this Build Back Better bill. Here's where it gets tricky. As you can tell, it's not like I'm not excited, but I just don't, I'm just waiting. Let's just see. Because we've had all this excitement before, and then, we're back where we started from. And the reason why I'm moving with caution again is because we're going to go through the same thing. Now it's passed in the House of Reps. There were some Democrats in representatives that said they will not vote for the bill unless there was some provision that created pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. I can tell you that those Democrats, who were nameless, actually all voted for this bill, even though it does not have a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. So there's a whole lot of noise people make, but when it comes down to being action, then they take another step. This bill still has to make it to the House of Senate. A lot of senators are behind it. The issue lies with this. If it does not, so the Democrats once again on the Senate floor will present this bill to the Senate parliamentarian. The reason being, they're going to make yet another attempt to see if she will allow this Build Back Better bill, very, very condensed version, to become to be included as part of the reconciliation bill. If she allows this very, very narrowed down version into reconciliation bill, then all that will be needed on the Senate floor is for all Democrats to vote for the bill. And if all Democrats vote for the bill, then you have at least 50% of the vote. A simple majority only needs 51%. We have, Democratic government right now. So Madam Vice President will be the tiebreaker, and that would once you cast the vote, that will bring the simple majority that Democrats need in order to pass the bill on Senate floor. And since it's already passed in the House of Reps, then that means it will be unanimously passed, forwarded to the president to sign it into law. So we're still back where we started from, in the sense that it still needs to go through the Senate, and they're still going to try to pass it into through the Senate parliamentarian and see if it gets into the reconciliation bill. If it does not become part of a reconciliation bill, then the simple majority is off the table. Then they will need 2/3 of senators to agree on this bill for it to be passed in Senate floor. That's where we stand, and that's the summary of this Build Back Better. Those who will benefit from that, and we're just waiting to see how things go. That's that in a nutshell. I'm doing good, Mr. West. How you doing? I am doing good. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to try to run through some questions, either on what we just talked about, or if you have any other questions on any other immigration matters, that is fine. What about those who came to the state? Yes, if you came after 2011, then you're not going to benefit from this particular bill. It has to be that you have been physically present, and you came in and you were physically present in the United States on or before January 1st, 2011. I think they did not want to push the date so that it doesn't look like everybody is going to be, benefit from. I don't know, but that is the current date right now. Good evening, Mr. Okwemi. How are you? Hello, Mr. Malik. How are you? How are you? Hello, Mr. Larry. How are you doing? Hello, people. And some of my folks on YouTube as well. Okay, so okay, that's the only question so far on Facebook. Okay, there's a question on YouTube. No, this has nothing to do with their age. It's not about age. It's more about physical presence and the date and being able to pass the background checks and paying fines in addition to. But it's not a permanent. It's not a permanent. It's not a pathway to any kind of permanent residency. It is a very very temporary thing. It allows you to work, which really most people just want to be able to work, and you will not be, so you will, it allows you to work, and you will not be, they will not be able to place you in deportation proceedings. So the parole is what would allow you to be able to go travel if you need to and come back into the country. Someone asked me earlier today that, so what if you get the parole and then you leave, but they deny you access when you're coming back in? Because you don't have any, it's not giving you any particular status. That's the confusing thing about this, because I read the whole bill, and I will put the link to the bill for those like me who don't mind having gray hair and reading stuff. The confusing, not confusing, but I think that the, what's the word I'm looking for, what the missing part of it is, there is no set status that this gives you besides being able to work and travel and not be, you can't be placed in deportation for that period if you've been granted the work permit and parole option. They cannot place you in removal proceedings, but you're not given any particular status. That's what doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's see. So that's the update on immigration reform right now. Let's see. Did I start a question earlier on? Okay, thank you for helping me check on that. Hello from Maryland. How are you? How you doing? I have my glasses on so I can see really well today. Okay, good. All right. I think if I'm missing any question, just let me know. And if anybody got any question on what we're talking about or any other immigration matters? When would they vote on it? I believe that it is supposed to be voted on on the Senate floor sometime in December before the Christmas break, is what we hear. We'll wait to see, but it's supposed to get to the Senate floor and be up for vote sometime in December, or sometime in December. I think today, either today or Monday, is when the Democrats propose that they will forward that bill to the Senate parliamentarian and see if she will be. This is the same lady, so we'll see. Let's be hopeful. Let's be hopeful. Thank you very much. Get in Alabama. You're just right down the the door. Yeah. All my people in Alabama. I spoke with someone who is in Birmingham. I'm actually heading to Birmingham later next month for a client's interview. It's still going to be forwarded to the same Senate parliamentarian. Let's listen. All y'all people who know how to pray. Okay, church law. Tebalasi MFM, Redeemed, Winners Chapel. What am I missing? What am I leaving? Living Faith. Is Living Faith not the same as Winners Chapel? Right? Help me out, people. Can you tell I haven't been to a Nigerian church in a while? Living Faith and Winners Chapel is not the same thing. But anyway, ain't about to let's see church and just Sunday and everything. Let's just pray. But seriously, if you put everything before the altar of grace and just let God take control, the heart of the king is in his hands. He decides. It's not one Senate whatever that decides. God decides, and if he wants his people, just like he decided to part the Red Sea for his people to pass, there was nothing Pharaoh could do. So it's the same thing. I ain't preaching. I'm just saying what the Bible is and how my faith, what I believe in as a child of the Most High God. But anyway, so that's the update. I wanted to bring that. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. So just to give you guys, to keep you guys in the know what's going on, what happened today. There is enough. So let me be clear again. This is still in the bill stage. There is nothing that has been passed into law. I have someone literally still today, even with all the posts that I have done, ask me, okay, so someone said they can start. They literally sent me someone's post where they said they can start working towards this. It's going to go into effect in May 2022 is what they sent them in an email. Nothing is in effect right now. This is just letting you know that Build Back Better includes immigration benefit and will still have to go through the regular process. So once that mixes the Senate floor, if it's passed in the Senate floor, it's forwarded to the president, he signs into law, then will have an effective date. But right now, it's still going through the whole process of the same thing we did with the immigration reform and the reconciliation bill. It's still going through the whole same thing right now. So do not pay anyone for anything right now. Please hear me loud and clear. There is nothing you're paying anyone for as far as immigration reform as we speak. Okay? So, all right, people. Thank you to everybody who jumped on. I appreciate you guys every time. And please share. Don't forget to share. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook. Follow us and like our page. YouTube, subscribe. Instagram, follow us as well. Until next time, everyone.